Good morning. Hello guys. Welcome to my vlog. So today I am going to teach about the parasitology Plasmodium vivax. So basically our MZOE1 exam is on 30th June. So how is the preparation? So today I am going to discuss about the parasitology topic. So let's begin with the Plasmodium vivax. So basically Plasmodium vivax is the most common form of human infecting malaria fever parasite, and it is an intracellular parasite in men. It lives in red blood cells and liver cells in the men, while extracellular in the mosquitoes, living in the alimentary and the salivary gland. So basically now we are going to learn about the life cycle of the Plasmodium vivax. So it has basically two hosts. One is the human being, that is the man, and the other is the mosquitoes. Female Anopheles mosquito is the primary host or the definitive host, while the sexual cycle is completed in it, and it involves the two phases, basically the gametogony and the sporogony. A human is the secondary or the intermediate host. Now after the sexual cycle, it comes the asexual phase of the life cycle is completed in the man by the schizogony. Now let's see the life cycle of Plasmodium vivax. So this is the life cycle. First, infected mosquito bite the human sporozoid, then it migrates through the bloodstream to the liver of the human. Then the sporozoid undergo the schizogony in the liver cells. Then after that the merozoites are produced, and after that merozoid released into the bloodstream from liver may infect new red blood cells. Here you can see the liver, it infects the red blood cell RBCs of the human being. Then here the asexual reproduction take place. Then after that, fourth number, the merozoid develop into the ring stage in the red blood cells. Then the human being are called the intermediate host. Then fifth point is that the ring stage grows and divide, producing the merozoids. Then after that the merozoids are released when red blood cells rupture, and some merozoids infect new red blood cells, and some develop into male and the female gametocytes. Then after that another mosquito bites infected human and the ingested gametocytes. Then here you can see the diagram. This is the gametocytes, this is the male gamete, this is female gamete. Then in mosquitoes the digestive tract gametocytes unite to form the zygote. Then in the mosquitoes salivary gland in the its internal alimentary canal, what happened, resulting the sporozoids migrate to salivary gland of mosquitoes. Then here the sexual reproduction takes place. Then the sporozoid in the salivary gland come when the mosquito bite the human being. Then the life cycle of this Plasmodium vivax takes place. Then infected mosquito bite human, and this life cycle carried on. So this is basically the life cycle of Plasmodium vivax. Now let's move towards the life cycle of Plasmodium vivax is divided into two. We have discussed earlier. First is the asexual life cycle or the schizogony in men, and then the sexual life cycle or the sporogony in the female Anopheles mosquito. Now let's see the deep of asexual cycle or the schizogony in the men. So it's basically take place in the liver cells, and then it transfer to the RBCs of the human being. So when the mosquito bites, then it enters via RBCs, then it enters into the liver cells. Then the sporozoids, then in merozoids in the liver cell, then it is released into the RBC. Then asexual reproduction take place here. Then the ring formation take place. Then the trophozoite is formed. Then the schizozoite is formed. Then gametocytes, and then again when the female Anopheles mosquito bites the human being, infected human, then the mosquito, what happened, it gets transmitted to the mosquito body. So here you can see the infection. The schizogony is the process of asexual reproduction by which Plasmodium undergo asexual multiplication in liver cells and RBCs of the man. Then human liver cells, the liver cysogony and the RBC, that is the erythrocytic cysogony. Then the healthy person acquired the infection, and when an infected female anopheles containing infected stage of parasites in its salivary gland bites him for sucking the blood, then the mosquito punctures the host skin with the proboscis and introduce some saliva in the bloodstream first. Then along with the saliva, it inoculate thousands of sporozoids into the bloodstream. Then after that comes the sporozoid phase. It is the infective form of parasite. It has about 10 to 20 μm in length and 0.5 to 1 μm in width. Then now let's move towards the now these secretory organelles are supposed to secrete some secretion which help it penetrate into the liver cells. Then it contains single and the vesicular nucleus having nucleolus in its center, and it contains a single mitochondria with the tubulosis T. Now let's move toward the it may come for 5 marks or 10 marks, so we are going not in much deep, so take the overview because we have exam tomorrow only, that's why. Then the liver cysogony, the sporozoids are capable of slight gliding movements, and it about a half hour sporozoid disappear from bloodstreams and enter the parenchymatous cells of the liver, where they multiply asexually by the cysogony. Inside the liver and the RBC, different forms of sporozoid causes the infection. Then liver cysogony has two phases. First is the pre-erythrocytic phase, when the infected organism, this parasite, has not entered the RBC, that is called the pre-erythrocytic, and after entering it is called the exoerythrocytic. Then pre-erythrocytics grow in size and become large and spherical in shape, called the schizosome, and the nucleus of the schizosome multiply by the asexually, that is the multiple fission, and form thousands of merozoids. Then the schizosomes rupture and merozoids are liberated into sinusoids or the venous passage. Then after 8 to 10 days, the process of formation of many cryptozoids from the single sporozoids in the liver cells is called the pre-erythrocytic schizogony, and during this stage the blood remains sterile and inoculate does not produce the infection. Then the exoerythrocytic phase, it is basically the exoerythrocytic phase of parasite remain immune to the resistance of the host, and parasite are not susceptible to the action of any kind of anti-malarial drug. Then comes the pre-patent or the incubation period, where the duration between the initial sporozoid infection and first appearance of parasites in blood in terms as the pre-patent period. So it is for about 8 days in the Plasmodium vivax. It differs from the species to species. The period between the infection and the appearance of first malarial symptoms is the incubation period, which is about 10 to 17 days, average of 10 to 14 days in Plasmodium vivax. Then the erythrocytic cysogamy, the third multiplication phase of cysogony, occur in the erythrocyte, known as the erythrocytic cysogony. Now let's move towards the post-erythrocytic cysogony, where sometimes some merozoids which are produced in the erythrocyte cysogony reaches the liver cells and undergo cysogony development in liver cells, and this is known as pre-erythrocytic cysogony. Then comes the formation of gametocytes. Then after many generations of the cysogony in the blood, some of the merozoids invades the new RBCs and do not change into schizosomes, but they grow and transform into two types of gametocytes called the macrogametocytes and the microgametocytes. So the macrogametocytes or the female gametocytes are large, it is 10 to 12 mu and numerous in numbers, while the microgametocytes or the male gametocytes are smaller, that is it's 9 to 10 mu, motile and few in number. Both of the gametocytes contain a large amount of homozoins. They enlarge the erythrocytes Now, it is necessary for them to take into the body of Anopheles for further development, and if this does not happen, it will either degenerate or die. Then the life cycle in the mosquito or the sexual reproduction we will discuss in the next part, that is in the second part. Now you can see the overview, or you can take the screenshot as well. You can just go overview of this, then you can write in your exam. This is very deep, so you no need to go that much of detail. You can just write the 2 to 3 points in one subheadings. So that's all for today's. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Now I am going to upload all the videos, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and please write down in the comment section which topic you want next for the Ignou examination. And I am deciding to teach about connecting the Ignou and the net, so that our preparation will go hand in hand. Our Ignou and net preparation will be continued simultaneously. So if you want videos like this, then you can comment down in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.